we've had a few Oracle 12 issues recently where folks start up their databases and it's not working. Can't connect to it, can't install LabVantage, JBoss data sources don't work, blah, blah, blah. So a bit of history, classic Oracle behavior, and all of the current versions is your database automatically registers with the listener. So you don't have to create database entries in your configuration. That being said, we've recently had some instability where auto-registration doesn't work. Now, I happen to have Oracle 12.2 on my machine. This is my own machine. And of course, it auto-registers just fine. So we can see here, if you run the command listener control status in the window, and if all you see is this, well, there's no database there. Okay. Now, we can see here, I do see LVS 122, but there is no handler. There's no service handler defined for it. If auto-registration starts to fail, there is a relatively easy workaround. So if you're starting up your database and you check your listener, and your listener does not show a service handler for your SID or service for the Oracle instance that you're running, even if the service is running, okay, and again, you can see that the service is running right here and the listener is running. But if you check the listener control status and it doesn't show the database, then yes, JBoss data sources won't connect. You're going to have trouble. Even if you'll still be able to use SQL Plus locally without using a database connect string because it's using IPC. And so that this stuff would still work, and so you would still be able to use SQL Plus on a local machine. But anything that requires network layer, which like JDBC data sources requires that the network actually be active, it would fail. And the way to force this to be in the listener is to edit the Oracle network configuration old school. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we're going to look for our Oracle Network Manager down here. Okay, and if we see here, there's Net Manager. When we go into Net Manager, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. So we're going to go into Net Manager. We drill down in here, okay, and you can see here's the listener, okay? And if we look at database services, there are none, okay? So what the workaround is create one. You can see here, Oracle 8i release 8.1 databases will dynamically register. So everything since Oracle 8i has been dynamic. So we haven't been doing this since Oracle 8i. But as of 12.2, and I don't know if it still happens in 18 or 19, but as of which 12.2, or by the way, 18 or 19 are just variants of 12. I don't know, it didn't happen in 12.1 at all. This is something 12.2 and up, some level of instability. And again, on my machine, it works just fine. It auto-registers the way it's supposed to. I don't have a database entry. But I'm going to step through the steps of if you're getting a situation where your database is not auto-registering with your listener, this is what you need to do. You go into the Network Manager, you pick Database. There won't be any. You're going to add a database. And again, what we're looking for is the service. Now, how do you identify the service if it's not there? Well, that's pretty easy. Whoops. Wrong thing I clicked on. We go into Explorer and you look at where your Oracle is installed. Now if it's an out-of-the-box notebook that you got delivered from us, it's very likely that you're going to have an Oracle directory on the C drive. Now if it's a template, I'm not 100% certain about where the next directories would be, but under Oracle, commonly this is what would be called the Oracle base directory is going to be Oracle. Under here would be an admin directory. Inside admin are going to be reference directories for whatever service you happen to have installed, whatever database instance you have. So you can see here that my database instance is called LVS 12.2. And again, that's the default as delivered on the notebooks that come with 12.2. So if you've got an a T480 that you got delivered from Tech Services, it's going to have LVS 12.2. Some of your templates may also, maybe not LVS 12.2, it might be LVS LIMS, it might be ORCL, but the idea is drill down into your directories and try and find under your admin structure what your instance name might be. Okay? I'm going to grab that string, and again, mine auto-registers, so I know it's LVS 12.2. Okay? So we're going to put that here and here. Okay? SID's services and abstractions. SID is the important part, and SID is definitely this. Okay. Now I also need the Oracle Home. Now in this case, we can do a few things, like Oracle Home will be reported here. If you type set and you look at the path, okay, Oracle Home will be in there. It might be a little hard to find, but you're going to have your Oracle Home bin right here. See, Oracle Product 12.2.0 bin. That's going to be in your path on any machine that has Oracle installed in it. So in this case, Oracle Home is Oracle Product 12.2.0. You can also check your registry to see what Oracle Home is. But in this case, I'm just going to grab this string right here. That's my Oracle Home. Okay, and again, you can type the set command to get your environment, and that will show your path. Okay, and I'm going to put the Oracle Home right here. Okay, and then you just say save network configuration. What that did was that edited entry. I'm going to actually show you the configuration files. Network admin. Okay, I'm going to look at the listener.ora. We're going to see listener, database. See here? LVS 112, Oracle Home, SID name. So I've hard-coded this in here. Okay. As of Oracle 8, this is not required. Okay, and every version up until now, it was never an issue. It always worked. But with Oracle 12.2, and perhaps with 18 and 19, I don't know, auto-registration isn't as hard and fast as it used to be. Now, is it because of Norton? Is it because of group policy? I have no idea. All I can say is that we have been seeing in certain circumstances where checking your listener, your databases won't be registered. Okay? Doing this change, going into Network Manager and adding it manually, which in essence adds this block to your listener.ora, will hard-code it and will force the listener on startup to have a registration for this database. And then you'll always see it in the listener control. So this has fixed it for quite a few people recently who have been complaining about an Oracle issue. No Oracle issue, but then again, you can see it works perfectly fine on my machine, but that's not a good excuse. But in this case, to work around the problem, if you're seeing this kind of behavior, and again, the spottier your network is, the more likely it's going to be happening. Because again, both Oracle and JBoss require a network. So if you're not connected to a network, don't complain about the stuff not working, because it's not going to. It needs TCP/IP. It needs an IP address. It's not going to run self-contained. If you don't have a good network connection, you're going to have all kinds of problems. Don't try and solve this problem if you don't have a good network connection, because this won't be your solution. But if you're talking about a VM that's a template that's been pre-delivered, or your notebook, we have seen this issue on a reasonably networked machine, and this is the quick and dirty workaround. Is just, I don't have a good solution as to why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, because again, most of the time it works just fine. You check that. Whoop, LSNRCTL status. You see, bang, mine works just fine. And again, to get it to work fine in the case of where you're adding the entry to the file, you just reboot your machine and or restart your services. And again, you can also set your services to delay startup if you want. I have them mine manual because I never start them. I don't want to have to wait for my database and JBoss and all kind of other crap to start just to check my email. So I never have this stuff running automatic. So just as an FYI, if you're having database problems, and your database is apparently not visible, even though the service might be started, if your database doesn't register with the listener, your JBoss, your data sources won't be able to get to it.